Hey everybody, I'm Jesse on, and as you can see, this is not Magicite. This is a new game, a new series. Decided that, hold on just a friggin' minute here. All those ships blowing stuff up in the background, making me making me confused a little bit there. But okay, this is Space Pirates and Zombies. It is a big ship fighting game. On the surface, it kind of looks like Escape Velocity, but it's a lot more like combat oriented and very different. It's also a lot more colorful, and you'll usually have more things going on at a given time. But yeah, I decided to I'm gonna stop with Magicite for now. It's still a good game. I still enjoy playing it. The only problem with it is that it's kind of samey right now, and I want to I'll record it. I'll cover some more when it gets updated. But right now it's time for new games. So we're gonna I haven't played this in about a year probably since I got my new computer. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new game. Generate the galaxies randomly generated. The larger the galaxy, the less commodities each system will have. Smaller galaxies have a more condensed experience, but can be more difficult as the level range between any two stars is larger. We'll call this good. And it gives a loading screen here. The weird thing about this game is it loads everything up like when you launch it for the most part. Like right now it's generating everything, but it usually loads most of its assets like as you're launching it, so that when you start playing, it's almost instantaneous. That's what it claims, at least at the beginning. So we'll see. I'm pretty sure this first loading bar is just generating everything. And I didn't say to skip the tutorial because I'm gonna need the tutorial because I don't know what I'm doing. And that Patreon email, I really should just get myself unsubbed from that because I got like 3 of them in the past 10 minutes.
Space is a vast and desolate frontier, covering a seemingly infinite distance. Even the speed of light is dwarfed by the unimaginable scale of our galaxy. It took nearly 250 years to bridge the void between Earth and its closest neighboring star. Mankind had mastered the folding of space-time, but relied on the use of warp gates. Massive drone ships journeyed through deep space for centuries, deploying pairs of warp gates which allowed instantaneous travel between connections. Warp gate travel had not become commonplace until the discovery of a stable element, number 126. This element contained bizarre transmutable properties, allowing it to be reconfigured into different forms of matter. This made it the most valuable and sought-after commodity in the universe. Mankind quickly became completely dependent on element 126, which the first miners named Res. Due to the increasing demand for Res, the Warpgate network became privatized. Anyone with ample funding was able to deploy new and unregistered warp gates. Like a new gold rush, convoys of miners traversed the expanding warp network looking for Res deposits. This drove them closer and closer to the galactic core, where Res deposits became richer and richer. A growing number of isolated colonies became unmanageable. As the unique ecologies of each discovered planet intermixed through trade, potential pandemics became a concern. The United Terran Alliance was formed to control interplanetary contamination. They moved to heavily restrict gate access. Military blockades began to screen all trade ships traveling between gates, attacking any unregistered ships that attempted to use them. For a time,
Yeah, it really
the
needs
UTA was able to
too
maintain
many of
control,
those.
but they soon crumbled under the weight of rapid expansionism and bureaucracy. Unable to manage their fleets and borders, the military hierarchy collapsed. Without central leadership, the UTA fleets dissolved into a series of isolated subcells that rarely communicated or traveled beyond local space. Each military subcell now struggles to control their systems by whatever laws they see fit to implement.
I already forgot what they call what the UTA stands for, but I'm just going to call that the Utah Transit Authority because that's going to be a lot funnier.
Despite the enforced isolation, rogues continue the gold rush while refugees amass hidden away from the UTA's eye. They survive within the vast junk fields of an abandoned Earth. There they build a massive flagship named the Clockwork. With it, they intend to travel to the galactic core in search of a legendary motherlode of rares.
Alright, so now we can actually do some gameplay here. Maybe. Okay, folks, it's that time again. This will be our 7th engine test this week. I don't want to go to bed with radiation burns again tonight, alright? Let's get these puppies fired up good and proper this time. Yes, well, you see, we're lucky the toilet's even flush on this brick. I've managed to bootstrap the induction coil to the main core to boost output, but I don't expect it to maintain a viable reaction. Nuclear particle physics and duct tape do not mingle well, yes? Carl, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Just turn the bloody thing on. Yep, okay. Damn! Magnetic stabilizers blew. We have major breaches on decks 6 through 10. Our escort ships are gone and we're venting atmosphere. We have crew casualties. Oh, crewmen can always be replaced. The ship damage, on the other hand. Well, I told you that piece of junk wouldn't hold back on overload. Did you honestly expect any different? Look at what I have to work with here. The blown stabilizer system will have to be replaced before we can even think of trying this again. It's a common part. I'm sure there is another one in the junk field somewhere. We still have a working hangar, so let's fire up the fabricator systems and build a ship to receive it. Push space to build a ship. Alright. Hangars. Empty hangar. The short bus. Short bus is a tiny mining ship designed to break up small asteroids for processing. It has little value in combat, but its almost non-existent production costs make it a reliable fallback ship. Well, here we go. We're going to build it. Then we can deck it out. I don't think we have any other choices. Shield. We have a surplus shield or a surplus cloak. Looks like uses this little... I'm gonna go with the shield, and then this got a small mining laser. Oh, this is a small tractor beam, which we'll need. Okay, so yeah, we'll just build the ship. And exit out. Ship under construction, takes some time to build. Alright, so we got W, A, S, and D. Yeah, okay, so we got, you know, do a little strafing here. If you push W, you'll fly in the direction of your mouse cursor. Okay. So you hold down the mouse button, there's your firing button. Fetch the part. And what am I doing again? Nearly everything of importance is marked with the radar, allowing you to see when it's off screen. Radar indicators will be pinned to the edge of the screen, showing you the direction and orientation of other ships. You get confused as to what you should be doing, you can see your primary objective in the ship's log. Just about every menu you see will have a help indicator. Click the help indicators to find out useful information about what you're looking at. So yeah, I'm sorry this is going to be a tutorial, because, like, 1, I don't remember what I'm doing, and 2, you kind of, if you don't watch the tutorial, you might not get it yourself. So... well, that should fix the stabilizer, but the overload compromised the structural integrity of the ship more than I initially thought. We can't jump with a breach like this. I've written up an extensive list of the repairs that will have to be satisfied before I'll conduct another test. Meanwhile, I'll be in my quarters. Let me know when you're done cleaning up your failure. Oh, you've got to be kidding. I really do hate that man. Oh my gosh, how many am I going to get of those emails? We're going to need to replace more than just one ship if we expect to cork that hole anytime soon. That's unfortunately easier said than done. The hull damage vented most of our res supply. We've even lost all the damn liquor. We need to restock before we can build more ships. There's a mining station in the system. Elsa, you've worked with miners before. See if you can convince them to let us harvest in their territory. Alright, so we're going to travel. Some system map. So we want to warp to this location. I contacted the mining base. They're all drunk on industrial paint stripper, so it wasn't too hard to convince them to let us harvest some res. Why am I talking in a British accent for everybody? We'll have to be very careful around here. The mining base is automated and won't think twice about slicing us in half with that mining beam. Let's siphon what we need and move on. Your prospecting request has been granted. Please refrain from tampering with the automated mining systems. If you happen to be exposed to the vacuum of space, please proceed to the nearest eye wash station and rinse thoroughly. Thank you and have a pleasant day. This should be interesting. That asteroid they're drilling into is even more dense than you, Elsa. There's no way we can crack it. Only a station-class core mining beam can even come close. We'll have to grab the spill-off table scraps. I feel like such a transient.
Maybe you should read this.
The game does have quite a bit of a sense of humor. It's a lot of fun. I remember it was a lot of fun to play too. I don't know why I haven't replayed it in a while. And also, I apologize, but I'm going to try doing the voices. I enjoy doing the voices sometimes. I'm not as good as I used to be. Mothership is too slow to scout for res on its own, so it deploys a short-range warp beacon that can transfer ships and res back and forth instantly. It can find res by destroying asteroids with weapons fire. Fly over res to load it into the cargo hold, return to the beacon to automatically transfer res back to the mothership for processing. You can see your process res count up in the upper left corner of the screen. Keep an eye on how much cargo space your ships have. The more full a cargo bay, the slower that ship will go. Be aware that smaller ships cannot carry large deposits of res. If you do not have a large enough ship, you can always break it apart with weapons fire. So here we go on our crappy short bus. Over here you have the res. That's our res indicator. Goons are like our crew basically. Data we'll come into that later. So here we go. We just have to fly around, pick up some extra res. Oh, we're already full. We got 2 pieces. 2 big pieces of res, and we gotta fly back. Oh, I think it's 10 out of 10 is what it's saying. And right now it looks kind of boring, but don't worry, it'll get more exciting later. Here. Alright, so we just kick them out. The beacon picks them up.
The other day, while I was scavenging the minefield, I had boarded a derelict spacecraft and noticed that there was shit going all over the walls, so I got in my ship and got the hell out of there.
Okay. I haven't listened to the dialogue in this game really before. Or, as I said, like, it could be that it's just been a year since I played it. Oh, I got hit. Ouch. I think I got hit, or maybe I just ran it over. Now we have enough res to build the extra ship we're going to need. Plus I was able to officially kick ass and salvage another hangar. We should be able to support 2 ships now. That being the good news, here's the bad news. The explosion all but wiped out our construction database, and nobody backed up their hard drive. Luckily I was able to recover the data for a single fighter ship called the Dart. I recommend we build a couple. Our current ships can't even cut butter, let alone stand up against any UTA ships. Well, finally we have some progress. Let's see to it we collect what we need to build 2 Darts. We're not leaving until we have some ships fit for combat. Alright, so build 2 ships. So we go back here.
I sure hope you're paying attention. There will be a quiz after.
Oh no, a quiz. From the hangar view, you can fully customize every aspect of your ship designs. By default, your ship will be outfitted with nothing but surplus components. Even early on, you'll have access to several different components. Click on the mount icons on the ship to see what else you can install. You can also modify shields, engine, and the reactor, which powers everything on the ship. The more advanced the component, the more it will cost you. Be sure to refit your obsolete ships whenever you unlock new technology. As your mothership becomes more advanced, additional hangars will be added. Old hangars will also be upgraded, allowing them to support larger ships. It's usually wise to build the largest ships available if you can afford them. Alright, so we're going to refit. Change. Build that to the Dart. So you get... you have your small focal emitter, your small mining laser. I'm going to keep the focal emitter. It's a beam. Yeah, and it's pretty much better in every way. Uses a little more power, but that's fine. These are good. You can have a shield, right? Yep, shield. And then we can build another one. Build that. Refit ship. Build ship. So it cost us 20 to do all that. We're out of res. So now we gotta wait. It's being refitted.
The stress
There we go. Our fleet is slightly less pathetic now. We've got what we need. Let's get the hell out of here. Y'all won't pick up my stones, run off, huh? You go right ahead there, mister, but don't out hear me first. Y'all help us kick those UTR boys out in the gym, and me and the boys will pick up that big old ship we got floating around. What say you? I've heard too many people that sound pretty much exactly like that. I suppose we can trust these people, providing you don't have any money in your pockets. I'm not sure we really have much of a choice. We're weeks away from repairing the clockwork without their help. We have a small and capable fleet now. Why not put it to some use?
I sure hope you're paying attention. There will be a quiz after.
You're free to switch between all the ships you currently have in your fleet by pressing the number key associated with each hangar. Alternatively, you can cycle between all your active ships with the E or Q key. Any ship you are not directly controlling will be controlled by AI. So that just means, like, we're in ship 2, we can switch back to ship 1. Doesn't really matter right now. You'll notice they have no cargo capacity at all. They've got 2, so like they're gonna, like, maybe you'll pick up a there we go. Mining base info board. Welcome, feel free to browse our stocks. We're always looking for able-bodied workers. Take a look at some of the excited employment opportunities we offer. Some of our friends, they've got 6 res in their bank. Alright, so this is a mission here. Primary mission. The UTA have been confiscating the cargo from some of our mining ships in an attempt to use it to establish a lookout post in the area. This is not good for business. We need to destroy their supplies and force them to restock elsewhere. It should not be heavily guarded. So we'll get 86 res just by doing this. And then the black market catalog. Most star systems have weapon and component blueprints for sale. Some advanced blueprints come in many parts. Once you have purchased all the parts for a particular blueprint, you will unlock a new component to use on your ships, provided your level is high enough. You can purchase blueprints by docking with either a civilian or UTA station. Each station will sell a unique set of items. Most stations will not deal with you if your relationship is too low, so be careful who you piss off. Right now we can't buy anything because we got no money. Check here. Blueprint costs 55, and yeah, like it doesn't even say on here, but required tech level, and blueprint parts remaining. So these just all come in one part, and this is tech level 1, but these are tech level 2, and we can't afford any of them. Relationships are maxed right now. You can convert goons to res, so we can turn some of our crew members into money, or we can leave and we can go and try not to get blown up. Go to click space, and then here's the mission objective over here at Saturn. Fortune smiles. We're lucky there are no UTA ships here right now. They're probably off robbing some other mining patrol. These fringe worlds are unmonitored, so the bastards just do as they damn well please. Let's loot the hell out of this place quickly before they come back. Need to keep an eye on what we're blasting too. Max sent us some backups, so don't be shooting at the green ships. Tactile systems have been repaired and are coming online now. We need to fire the system up to make sure there aren't any cross wires.
This is a public service announcement.
Okay. Tactics panel, you can get a complete radar view of the battlefield. Select ships with left click and enter attack and move orders with right click. So there's some tactical stuff, some strategy, some straight up getting in there and blowing stuff up with your guns. Like this game as it's a very unserious, very untraditional space sim. But it is a space sim of a sort. It's just very arcadey. Select multiple ships to give group orders. You can also customize various autopilot functions from the tactics panel. You're not directly controlling your ships. The AI kicks in to navigate, fight, harvest res, and do basically everything a human pilot would. At any time, you can see the state of all your ships in the hangar view to the left side of the screen. You can select different ships by pressing the number key. If the hangar is empty, you can prompt it to quickly build a new ship by pressing the number key of a hangar with no active ship. Alright, so here we are at the tactics menu. Oh, whoops, that was dumb. Let's look at, so select all ships, select a mass retreat, we can just pick some stuff up. And this stuff is data. So we've got data and we've got the res going around. Data's good to pick up. That's sort of I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure data is like what you use for the technology stuff. Good, we've acquired enough data. I can start upgrading some of our ship's systems. We don't have a lot of it, but we have enough to get a few critical systems up to par. We'll have to choose which upgrades we think are most important. We should take care of this right away to get a leg up against our enemies.
Maybe you should read this.
You'll earn level... Okay, it's for level ups. You'll earn level ups as you collect data pickups. Data can be found in many places, but most commonly from destroyed ships. Each time you gain a level, you receive upgrade points to spend in the research screen. So, yeah, it's basically the same thing. Just blow up these crates. Yeah, give me those. Shit, UTA ships on radar. I was hoping they wouldn't come back so soon, but we're not that lucky, are we? This job just got a bit more complicated than kicking over a few boxes. We'll have to take them out. Check your damn targets, too. This place is crawling with civilian ships, and the last thing we need right now is a three-way firefight. You know, a confrontation may not be a bad thing. If we destroy their ships, I can salvage most of their data and rebuild our database. We can then pick up the escape pods and force the willing to work on ship repairs. We lost quite a few of those crewmen with the red shirts in the explosion.
I sure hope you're paying attention. There will be a quiz after.
So we got the shields are the big green outer ring. Then we have hull strength down here. Armor plates are in between. You have 4 quadrants of armor plates, and then your ship's crew. And then you can target with F and R. Let's see. Watch your capacitor level. That means if we keep holding fire, we're gonna run out of energy, and that's the that's what these little triangles on the outside of your cursor are for. So here we go. We're gonna fight those guys. Okay, I've got low power, so I've got to let it recharge a bit. Alright, took it out. Come on. Yeah, there we go. You blew up. Pick that stuff up. Alright, so right now, I've actually got some research. So I've got 3 upgrade points, and I can just go ahead and put those into things here. So I'm going to upgrade level beams to level 1.
This is a public service announcement.
You finish upgrading your technology, some of your ships may become obsolete. You can upgrade these ships for free. Use the repair command from the tactics panel, send them back to the mothership for upgraded parts. Obsolete ships are automatically updated anytime you warp to a new location. Alright, so I'm going to update that. Let's upgrade our reactor. But right now we don't have any ships with cannons, so there's kind of no point doing that. I'll go ahead and... Okay. I actually kind of have to. So it costs 2 points to upgrade to level 2, 3 points to level 3, 4 points to level 4. That's how that works. And then once you get to level 2 of beams, you can start upgrading shields. Oops, I pushed the wrong button again. So let's head back down here. We'll destroy this ship down there. The big thing, big arrows pointing to. You see the ship icon gets a little bigger. Alright, that's he's taking out my shields. Perfect. We'll pick those up. Alright, so, where's my... Trying to see where, if it says where, okay, good. There's how I moved around. You have to use AWSD. I'm kind of trying to figure out how to, how I can tell where to upgrade from. So, alright, so ship number 2, go for repairs. It'll warp back. I'll go over here. Okay. And then, so ship number 2, let's take a look at this. Anyway, now ship number 1, go for repairs, and I'll pilot ship number 2.
Climbing up your ass, buddy.
Perfect. Alright. So we got another level up. Lots of blowing stuff up. Oh, kick on UTA, asshole! Now we went and figured some of our own folk gone help them UTA bastards. I hate to be shooting down my own boys, but Mom won't stand for it. Go on, deal with them before we turn tail and run off. I sent you one of them email things for your map. Y'all should be able to maybe stop by my station before scooting off. That's some real turd you have hanging off your ships. Max can sell you some fine booty to replace those rusty boomsticks you've been fighting with. Cool, so we got our mission complete. Let's upgrade. Let's go ahead and upgrade beams again. Except, okay, so level 2 is for these. Boost shields as well. So then now we go to the system map.
You should read this.
So res can be used for more than just pumping out ships. You can use it to buy new weapons and components on the black market. You will have a hard time getting anywhere in the galaxy without buying new gear. Black markets can usually be found at UTA and civilian space stations. Explore often and keep an eye out for the vendor icon to see if a station has items for sale. You also need to watch the faction relation icon. Excuse me, gosh. If your station faction dislikes you, you won't be able to buy from them. You'll either have to find a way to make them happy, or you'll have to take what you want by force. Not recommended for rookies. So we'll go here. Okay, so we have to go finish that mission, but we're going to go visit here first and upgrade some stuff. And, gonna upgrade some stuff, and then we'll also go and, do some things here. Alright, so
I sure hope you're paying attention.
we'll buy
There'll
that.
be a quiz after.
To unlock a new ship device from which purchase all the required blueprints, once unlocked it will show up in the Hangar View component selection window. Keep in mind some components require that you have upgraded your technology level in the research screen before you can use them. Alright, so now we can't really afford anything else, but you know what? Better lasers are good enough. So we're gonna just go ahead and update these. Is there... okay, we only still have that one hole. Refit. All right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hold off here. I'll see you in a couple days with another episode of this. We might be able to finish the tutorial then and actually get out into the galaxy. I hope you enjoy this series. It should at least be a little more interesting than Magicite, a little more, a little less samey. But thanks again, and I'll see you next time.